Trade tensions escalating. Chinese state media bashing President Trump's trade tactics, saying policies of extortion and intimidation won't work. The commander-in-chief, with a different view of the situation, voicing support for his negotiating style, saying tariffs are working. Tweeting just yesterday this, quote, tariffs are working big time. Every country on earth wants to take wealth out of the United States, always to our detriment. I say as they come, tax them. If they don't want to be taxed, let them make or build the product in the U.S. In either event, it means jobs and great wealth. Because of tariffs, we will be able to start paying down large amounts of the $21 trillion in debt accumulated, much by the Obama administration, while at the same time reducing taxes for our people. At minimum, we will make much better trade deals for our country. Here now is Mark Avallone, president and founder of Potomac Wealth Advisors. Mark, are you with us?
Yes.
Good morning.
Good to be here.
What do you make of this? So far, I don't think it's a stretch to say that the market has largely shrugged off what has been going on with the trade fight that started in the spring.
Well, it has shrugged it off. Our market's up year to date across the board, and China's is down. It's down 18% at the beginning of the year, and it's in bear market going back to 2017. So the Trump strategy is to use our economic strength now while we have it to enact much needed and, frankly, much deserved parity. He wants a fair playing field with China. The only problem with the trade policy is he dragged in the Canadians and the EU, which then you have us against the world. If we focus on China, keep it more of a microcosm, then the stock market appears to say, hey, we can manage this. Our economy's strong enough and we'll push higher from here.
Mitch, how much runway is the market or investors going to give the Trump administration? Because right now we've seen with the jobs report on Friday, we've created on average 215,000 jobs every month. That's faster than the pace that we were at last year, the first 7 months of the year, which is really incredible for an economy that's been in expansion mode for 9 years.
The interesting thing will be, I think the reason why the market shrugged it off, and to your point on runway, is because corporate earnings have been so robust. But what we're starting to see is the cost of the supply chain, interesting to get Mark's perspective on this, the cost in the supply chain to go up. And if they cannot pass those costs to the customer, meaning customers won't pay an increased price, then we're going to see it impact corporate profits. The flip side is if they can, we're going to see inflation. So I think we're close to maybe in the next quarter getting to the point where the market's going to have a hard time.
Well, is that a lose-lose? Because somebody bears that cost. Either it's the corporations or if it's the consumer. If it's the consumer, is it more... If the companies can pass those costs on the consumer, is it more, I guess the impact won't be as severe to the market?
It certainly won't be. In fact, it'll help grow revenue because they're charging more for the products. It may not necessarily help margin, but it'll certainly help the top line. But the challenge is going to be how much can you pay for diapers before the market pushes back, or there's another alternative that starts to erode sales. But, Mark, I'm curious your perspective on that.
Well, if it does, as you say, raise the price of the end good and raising revenues for the corporation, then it is a tax on the consumer. Ultimately, it is going to be a drag. But I think the play here is that the consumer wages are so strong, the individuals are flush with cash, we can pay up for this without it slowing down our economy too much. China's limping along, so on a one-on-one basis, we can power through this. If that wasn't the outlook, we would have seen the stock market pull back by now. The market looks forward, and yet it's been up for the year. So I think all the news is out, and Wall Street is saying the global growth story that we heard from the IMF this year, from the G20, we continue to hear from the Fed, the global growth story is strong enough that even if prices raise, it's not going to slow down the U.S. economy.
Mitch already mentioned this. There's a story in the Wall Street Journal today, an article commenting on the strong earnings season. Profits surging at big U.S. firms, strong economy and tax cuts fuel gains and embolden companies to raise prices. This is a recent report by the USDA showed nearly 3 million individuals have come off of food stamps since President Trump took office. Mike Baker, you can see the world in terms of the business that you do. And Mark briefly mentioned this, that we do have the upper hand because China is so weak right now, because the stock market is cratered, their economy is growing a great deal slower, and they are awash in debt. So the timing of this that people act like President Trump might be rash, but there's some wiliness and some intelligence in why we picked right now to take this fight on.
I think that's true. I'm heading to Beijing tomorrow morning for a week or so. Very curious to kind of get the on-the-ground response from just the local folks in business about how they perceive this from their side. I will say it's not in anybody's interest globally to have an unstable Chinese economy. It's just not.
Do you think they blink, though? That's been the question that we raised last week. Do you think China blinks on this?
I think ultimately they do, because they're extremely pragmatic. And they understand what a chaotic problem they could have if the economy continues to head south. A question for Mark is, you mentioned, Mark, the idea that we dragged in Canada and the EU into this overall trade war. Do you think that was more of a negotiating ploy with the president in terms of an overall objective for China, or do you think, in a sense, there's not really a grand strategy here?
Well, it's tough to say with the president. Maybe he's trying to show the Chinese he's serious about this, and hopefully quietly behind the scenes reaching an agreement. We saw that Mexico, we might update the NAFTA agreement and start being on a friendly playing field again. That's really the hope. You really don't want to take on the entire world. It's either take on China and focus on these legitimate inequities, technology transfer and others, and let's have our allies with us as we try to take on China. Remember, China is also unfair to the EU. Let's make the EU our ally against the #1 trade offender, and that is China.
So this is Lee Carter. One of the things that I've been fascinated to watch is that most Americans really have been willing to give the president a long runway here. And that's been really surprising, because for the most part, people don't want to take short-term pain in order for the long-term gain. And China's known to have a long game, really long game. We've got election cycle after election cycle, and investors seem to be giving it a pass too. But I'm just wondering, how long do you think Americans are going to give this runway before they're going to say, wait, this is too much?
Well, it's interesting that's a great point, because a lot of the Trump voters are the ones that are negatively impacted by this tariff skirmish. You have farmers in the Midwest that voted for Trump that are taking a lot of this, and some of the manufacturing with the aluminum and steel tariffs could have gone against a lot of his base. But ironically, they are sticking with him, and we haven't seen the weakness just yet. China, on the other hand, doesn't have an election in November, nor will they have an election. So their government can continue to be autocratic and wait out. So if Trump's playing the long game, he doesn't really have the upper hand in that. I think we keep saying, is China going to blink? That's the last thing we should say. China's never going to publicly blink. We want to work diplomatically behind the scenes and hope to get a favorable outcome without letting the world think we beat China or they blink, because they're not going to blink publicly.